Hey there, Scavenger Reviews here. I just woke up, and this is Soundwave from the Cyberverse TV show. It is a great show. It's currently on Netflix. I highly recommend it. The first season's a little kiddie, but they get into a swing of things in the later seasons. And I am loving it. It is great, and I'm collecting all the figures. This is one of them. This is Soundwave. He comes with himself, obviously, and his companion Beak, and his his shoulder cannon, which comes with a blast effect part that I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there you go. It's got a sound wave on it. You can place that into his. Oh, and by the way, the sound blast effect part is removable, and there you can see the detail of it. And you can place that on his shoulder via a peg right there. And you just push it onto his shoulder, like that. Or it also has a handle right there. And you can place it into his hand, so you can have him shooting it. But if you're a purist, like I am, it goes on his shoulder. And I'm not crazy about the connection. I wish the connection was just a little bit tighter so it'd stay on, because oftentimes when you're transforming him, the part will come off. I'm thinking I'm going to glue it in, but that's just my personal taste. To look at his companion Beak, this is Beak. He is a condor and is a pretty fair representation. I wish the neck had more articulation. The neck, you can look up and down on a single hinge joint, and I really wish she had more like that type of movement. I'm not sure what I'm trying to illustrate, but bird neck. He's just got a straight neck. I wish he could bend up and then look down like that. But as far as a just cheap little Beak goes, he's very great. I like him. To transform him, you take his beak and bend backwards on that single hinge joint, and then flip him over, and you have his feet. You want to flip his feet out to the side, and take the wings and fold them down, and you want to have the feet not fully collapse yet. There you go. And then collapse the feet into the wings. So, feet not fully collapsed, wings pushed back, feet collapse. And there you have Beak in his cassette mode. And his cassette mode goes into his chest, the chest of Soundwave. How you do that is you simply pull right here, and there's an opening, and you just put Beak in as you so desire. And there you can have this Beak eject. And push it in, and there you go. And that's a very not stiff but stable connection. I mean, you're not gonna lose Beak as long as you have him in his chest. The other alternative show you can have is on Soundwave's arms. There are 5mm pegs that you can use to balance Beak, which I actually like. Not a lot of Soundwave figures actually come with that, believe it or not, which is such an obvious design, but hey, that's just me. But he comes with pegs on his arm, and right there, and on his forearm right there, so you can perch Beak and plug him into his arm right there, which again feels like such an obvious design, and I don't know why every Soundwave figure doesn't have this. It is just leaps and bounds better than anything. I mean, I've got not professional, but like higher grade, fancier, albeit, Soundwave figures, and they don't have it. The only other one I do is the Studio Series Soundwave, which I will review coming soon. Anyways, though, to get on with this transformation, if you haven't already, remove the shoulder cannon and the blast effect part. And what you want to do is you want to take his sound machine and simply pry that backwards and pull the chest piece back, or the back piece back. And this I'm not crazy about because you have to scrape it past his face. Maybe if I turn the head around. No, you can't even turn the head around. So this I'm not crazy about because you have to push it past his face. And I feel like that's just going to not look great after so many transformations. And it will click in right there like that. From there, you want to pull his arm up and fold his hands in like so. Like so. Fold his hands into his forearms. Pull his arms up. Angle them out like this. And if you need to, which you might, there are these doors on the vehicle mode. They don't actually tab in as far as I can tell, but they are specifically, I feel, made to just get out of your way. Anyways though, push them in and rotate his arms so that the colored pieces are facing outward on each side like that, to where the colored pieces are facing outwards and the hollow pieces are facing inwards. Just gotta look good from all angles. And from there, there's a tab on the inside of his vehicle mode and a slot on the side of his arm, and you want to simply tab that in. Do the same for the other side and tab that in. Where is it? Apologies. It's not the, well, it is a very good connection, but it just is very hard to tell where the clearance is at. There we go. And from there, you want to simply pull the grill down, just so it's out of the way is all. Connect the feet together. They connect at tabs here and here, and this is a very strange connection. As long as you push from the inside rather than trying to push from the outside, you should get it every time. You take his feet and you rotate them all the way in, and twist them around. Twist his waist 180 degrees and take that and simply close up the vehicle mode. And from there, there'll be tabs here, here, and on the other side, there. And they will plug into slots on the legs to lock him into place. From there, take his grill and push it to the front of his car, and take the sound system and simply twist that, and there you go. There you have a Soundwave fully transformed in a military APC unit, or van, but it looks like an APC unit. It has mesh right there on the side, so that's what's making me feel that way. And from there, you can take his accessories and simply plug them back in as they would be. And there you go. You can plug his blast effect into either the shoulder cannon, or you can plug it into the sound system. So rather than being an energy effect, it's a blasting of sound. But I'm going to plug it into... Actually, I'm not going to plug it into anything, because now what I really like is his chest is right here, and you can still use that joint. I mean that opening to store your laser beak, which I actually really like because I'm a big fan of storage in both modes. And all you have to do is just put laser beak in and then close up the chest. And now, similar to the robot mode, that's just a very stable connection, and similar concept of if you have Laserbeak in his chest, as long as you don't open it, you'll never lose Laserbeak. That goes with the Cyberverse Soundwave. To take a look at the packaging, he comes in the new Cyberverse box. You have Transformers on the side. He is a Decepticon certified bad boy. And Sound Blast Soundwave. On the back, product shots. You have him in robot mode, car mode, and then you have some artwork down here, which is pretty nice. And on his function is calculating spy, it says, and in other languages as well. On the bottom words, he is a deluxe class, and as a backdrop, you get a purple backdrop of, I believe that's Cybertron. I mean, obviously it's Cybertron, but it could be like anything. And there you go. Now, as far as my thoughts on the figure, I really love this car mode. It is so small. Like, you see it in my hand, it is so small, and I hate to use the word, but it's cute, you know, because it's just a little tiny blue car. And, like I said, I wish that the shoulder cannon could just tab in a little stronger, because once you start moving it, you already saw earlier, once you start moving it, it'll just get in your way. And to undo the transformation, all you do is pull that pull the sound system up, go to the back, and pull his legs back out of the ABC mode, like so. Why is it so difficult? Not pushing in the right spot. Okay, for some reason, that tab, when you push it all the way in, I mean really get it squeezed in, for some reason that is a very strong tab. Maybe I wouldn't recommend pushing it all the way down, maybe just getting it nice and tight, because even if you have a little bit of a line, you know, it still looks great. So, my recommendation, don't push it all the way in. But anyways, you simply take the legs of his car mode and flip them out, and the grill will move out of the way for it. It doesn't actually tab in all that securely or strongly, so you don't have to worry about it too much. Twist the legs around 180, split apart the legs, take the feet, and just pull the feet back out. Like so. And I have got some things to say about the feet, but I'll wait. Take his arms, untap them from the side. Take his arms, untap them from the side. And now, you want to flip out his arms, and they will actually tab into the port on his wheel, which I think is really clever. They have a tab right there, and they will tab into the port on his wheel. Flip the arm around. Same thing on the other side. Twist his forearm. Twist his forearm. Flip the hands back out. Like so. Other hand like so. And now, just take the vehicle mode and just slightly push it over his head. Take his sound system, and now you can just push it alongside so that it rests on his shoulder. And there you have Soundwave back to his robot mode. And the thing I alluded to is his feet. The feet are, what's the word I'm looking for? Permanently molded so that his feet are just always slightly leaning him backwards, which makes him incredibly hard to stand. I mean, you have to, I wish my camera was better, but you have to get really creative with the way he stands, and he always ends up looking hunched, if you ask me. And I just wish that as much as his feet can go backwards, they would go forwards, because his feet, like I said, are just always going to bug you, and you always have to find a specific way to stand him. You can't just plop you can't just plop the guy down, as you just saw. But other than that, the shoulder thing, which I'm going to glue in because it doesn't impede transformation at all to have it in, so I'm going to glue in his shoulder cannon. And other than that, this is a great figure. He's got full rotation of his arms. He can go out that far and T-pose to assert his dominance over the other Autobots. over the Autobots, not the other Autobots. He has, believe it or not, wrist rotation, which is a very rare commodity. You know, wrists, you need them. I'm willing to risk it all.